Welcome to Hoodville. I am your person, Heather from the Hood. Well, holy Hannah, it's been a wild 24 hours, my friends. What is happening? Brooklyn Beckham has used Instagram as his personal therapist, and I'm here for it. Oh my gosh, what chaos. What chaos? What does everyone think? It is insanity. And I'm a boy mom. I'm a boy mom, and I don't like this. I think, oh, Mary's here. Hello, Mary. Good morning from Edmonton. Well, hello, Edmonton. How's it going? Eh? I say that because I am Canadian and I'm in Vancouver. How's it working for you there, my friend? It is foggy, 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 and you're going to hear it's sunny with a bunch of fog, and no one's getting out of YVR. And I'm sure they're all peeved. I should have a video camera down there. Oh, my God. But it's like 1 degree with a bunch of fog. So you will hear the foghorns because I'm not that far from the river. Hello, Tennessee. How are you, my friend? Oh, my gosh. Thank you for joining Hoodville. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We'll let a couple more people get in here. We'll just talk some nonsense, but it's been an eventful 24 hours, don't you think? Sunny and 25 must be nice. I'm freezing to death and under fog. Another Mary. We got all the Marys. Holy Hannah. It's crazy. I had to take my kid to the ortho this morning because his mouth's worth more than my car. So we got to keep those braces up. And I didn't know what time I'd be back. So to give a bunch of notice for the live, but thank you for those who here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Am I overlapping? Uh-oh. Oh, no. I read my times wrong. See, this is what happens when we all live in different time zones. Oh, my gosh. Oh, maybe we could do that. Okay, hang on. Oh, no. All right, well, we're going to keep talking. Anyways. So what was I talking about? The Beckhams. What does everyone think? Why is Brooklyn Beckham using using Instagram as his personal therapy session? I don't know. Thoughts? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? I don't like it. Like I said, as a boy mom, I'm not liking any of this. I think I need to know more. But basically, Brooklyn Beckham put out like a 6-page article on IG to I don't know, take down his family. I don't know. I don't know another way to put it. Like, how would you put it? Like, this is not okay, I don't think. What do I think? Let's read it. Let's see what, like, I know probably everyone's read it by now, but let's see, right? Because it's a lot. It's a lot. And all I can, it's probably piss spice right now. Oh my God, I wouldn't want to be in that house. I didn't screenshot it. I'm sure someone has it. Oh, here it is. Yeah, there it is. Oh, can I read this small? I've been silent for years and made every effort to keep the matters private. Unfortunately, my parents and their team have continued to go to the press, leaving me with no choice but to speak for myself and tell the truth about how only some of the lies that have been printed. I do not want to reconcile with my family. I'm not being controlled. I'm standing up for myself for the first time in my life. For my entire life, my parents have controlled narratives in the press about our family. The performative social media posts, family events, and inauthentic relationships have been a fixture of the life I was born into. Recently, I've seen with my own eyes the lengths that they'll go to place countless lies in the media, mostly at the expense of innocent people, to preserve their own facade. The truth always comes out. That's a little bit of what it is. It goes on to say that something about Nicola wanted Victoria to make the dress, and Victoria's like, nope, pound sand. And then she was left in the lurch. And I was like, I don't know, man. Oh, here we go. My parents have been trying endlessly to ruin my relationship since before my wedding, and it hasn't stopped. My mom canceled making Nicola's dress in the 11th hour, despite how excited she was to wear her design, forcing her to urgently find a new dress. Weeks before our big day, my parents repeatedly pressured and attempted to bribe me into signing away the rights to my own name, which would have affected me, my wife, and our future children. They were adamant about me signing before the wedding date because then the terms of the deal would be done. My holdout affected the payday, and they have never treated me the same since. During the wedding planning, my mom went so far as to call me evil because Nicola and I chose to include my nanny Sandra and Nicola's nanny at our table because both didn't have their spouses. Both of our parents sat adjacent to our table. The night before our wedding, members of the family told me that Nicola was not blood and not family. Since the moment I started standing up for myself with my family, I received endless attacks from my parents, both privately and publicly, that they were sent to the press on their orders. Even my brothers were sent to attack me on social media before they ultimately blocked me out. Now, block me out. My mom hijacked my first dance with my wife, which had been planned weeks in advance to a romantic song in front of our 500 wedding guests. Mark Anthony called me to the stage where in the schedule was planned to be our first dance. But instead of dancing with my wife, my mom was there waiting. She danced very inappropriately with me in front of everyone. I've never felt more comfortable or humiliated in my life. I wanted to renew our vows so we could create new memories of our wedding that brings us joy and happiness. My wife has been constantly disrespected by my family, no matter how hard we've tried to come together as one. My mom has repeatedly invited women from my past into our lives in a way that was clearly intended to make us both uncomfortable. Despite this, we still traveled to London for my dad's birthday and were rejected for a week as we waited in our hotel room trying to plan quality time with him. He refused all of our attempts, unless it was his big birthday party with 100 guests and camera at every corner. When we finally agreed, when he finally agreed to see me, it was under a condition that Nicola wasn't invited. It was a slap in the face. Later, when my family traveled to LA, they refused to see me at all. My family values public promotion and endorsements above all else. Brand Beckham comes first. Family love is decided by how much you post on social media or how quickly you drop everything to show up and to pose for family photo ops, even if it's not the expense of our professional obligations. When we've gone out of our way for years to show up and support at every fashion show, every party, every press, every activity, our perfect family. But the one time my wife asked for my mom's support to save displaced dogs during the LA wildfires, my mom refused. The narrative that my wife controls me is completely backwards. I've been controlled by my parents for most of my life. I grew up with overwhelming anxiety for the first time in my life since stepping away from my family. That anxiety has disappeared. I wake up every morning grateful for the life I chose and have found peace and relief. My wife and I do not want a life shaped by image, press, or manipulation. We want peace, privacy, and happiness for all of us and our future family. Now, let's get to the comment section. Sorry, I just wanted to get that out of the way. Holy Hannah. Yeah, mic drop. I don't know. Is it? Mary says, poor little rich boy. Maureen says, Brooklyn is another ungrateful brat. Okay. Everyone here in Hoodville is allowed to have their opinion. I'm not going to try to change your mind on anything. But here's what I'm going to say. That's a lot. That's a lot. So, let's break this down. So, let's break this down. I've been silent for years and made an effort to keep these matters private. Unfortunately, my parents and their team have continued to go to the press, leaving me with no choice but to speak for myself and tell the truth only about some of the lies that have been printed. I do not want to reconcile with my family. Boom, full stop. Don't want to reconcile with my family. Done. All right. Well, I don't know how else you can print that. I'm standing up for myself for the first time in my life. I'm not being controlled. So I don't want to reconcile with my family. I'm not being controlled. I'm standing up for myself. So this, I need like a psychologist on here, man. This is something. For my entire life, my parents have controlled narratives in the press about our family. Now, I'll say this, right? Like, I'm not on anyone's side, really. I am not. I think this is wrong. I don't think anyone should do this in the press. But again, I'm here for it. I would be heartbroken if this is one of my kids. I would be heartbroken. Heartbroken. Also, I think my head might explode. No, I'm not liking it. But, well, this is what we talk about around here. For my entire life, my parents have controlled narratives, which I do believe, because when you're in the press, and I will leave this to Lauren the Insider, because she actually is from like a PR background. She actually knows what she's talking about. I'm just going to call it as I sees it. Everyone who is famous has a narrative, right? Even me, I have a narrative. I'm Heather from the Hood. I'm going to tell you what I want to tell you, and you're going to create some little facade, because if that's what it's like, isn't that what it's like being famous, right? You want other people to be you. Isn't it great? Isn't it fun? Aren't you jealous of me? Yada, 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 right? It's been like that since Hollywood has existed. You want to be like this. You want to emulate these people. Now, the problem is 50 years ago, there was no social media. Now there is. So, like, I always say it's like the Wizard of Oz, right? Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Now, everyone can't wait to pull the curtain back, right? People don't want facades anymore. They want real life. Like, they really do. Maybe Jerry Springer was ahead of his time. Who knows? But he goes on to say, my parents have controlled narratives. So it's basically saying his parents are fake AF, right? That's how I'm reading it. Like, so then, and they control everything in the press. Sure. The performative social media posts. Yeah. Family events. Yeah. Look up, like, everyone show up, everyone smile like we like each other, grin and bear it, and we'll move along our merry way, right? They're not going to, and I'm not saying this is, I'm just thinking, right? They're not going to put out a messy situation, right? Victoria Beckham has a line of dresses, or she's Posh Spice, whatever, for decades now. And some grew up with the Spice Girls, and everyone had a Spice Girl that they wanted to be. Whether or not you wanted to be Posh Spice, I guess it depends on where you were, right, in your life. So that's my thought there. Everyone is curated. I fully believe that. Recently, I've seen with my own eyes the links they'll go to place countless lies in the media. Now, maybe I'm missing something. What are these lies? Because even Victoria had her thing on Netflix, and I don't remember her saying anything about the kids, right? Really, like, nothing about this wedding. I do remember rumblings. I mean, it was a while ago. It was like 3 years ago. Rumblings that there's something went down at a wedding, but then, like, you take all that with a grain of salt, and it's a wedding. There's always drama around a wedding. Why there's like drama around a rich people wedding, I don't know, because normally it has to do with money, right? So if you're just a normal human being and you're trying to get a wedding, or there's always something with the mother-in-law. And I can only say for me, my experience, there's always something with the mother-in-law. There's always something with your mom. There's always something with the dresses. There's always a bridesmaids fight. Like there's always someone's fighting with the bride. The bride becomes a hag, bridezilla, if you will, right? There's always drama around this, like around a wedding, right? I guess it doesn't matter if you're rich. Inauthentic relationships have the media posts family and inauthentic relationships have been well, who's the inauthentic relationship? Does that mean like they like pretending to like the wife and really they don't like the wife? Like, and I'm not saying this to be a jerk, but everyone knows about it, right? And I'll say allegedly, but we all know it's freaking true. David Beckham had a side piece for a very long time, and we all freaking knew about it. And Victoria talked about it in the documentary. So I'm sure that affected this kid too, because I'm sure that wasn't fun to be in the house at that time. Recently, I've seen with my own eyes the lengths that they'll go to place countless lies in the media, mostly at the expense of innocent people. Who are these innocent people? Is he talking about himself or other people? Because that I want to know too. To preserve their own face, the truth always comes out. Well, here's the thing though, right? Like that's the truth, man. So buddy, you better be hoping that you're telling, like he's telling his truth, I'm going to assume, right? My parents have been trying endlessly to ruin my relationship since before my wedding. So they don't like her. That's what I'm getting. Anyone else getting that? So, Marine. Let's take a pause there. What's an interview with Oprah? Why not? Oprah wouldn't go to him. No, the Beckhams would, though. She wouldn't take that interview. I don't know where he would go, honestly. Let's break that one down. Where would he go? Who's going to touch that with a 10-foot pole? It won't be Oprah. Maybe Entertainment Tonight. Like, so, I don't know. If he's smart, he'd go on some podcast. He'd find who's famous. Well, Joe Rogan doesn't care. Call her daddy. She's pretty famous, right? Who are the famous podcast people? Over there. More of his realm. I don't know. I think it's going to be a hard sell to have people go against Daddy David Beckham and Mommy Posh Spice. I think that's going to be hard to pick. I don't think. Maybe it's not. Oprah ain't going over there, right? So, yeah, and her dad. I didn't know that. Like, he was like the CEO of Wendy's or something, and some other fast. He's worth $1.6 billion dollars. So I was saying this yesterday. Was over on the Tiki-Talkie doing a live when this just all broke, right? And I still don't really have an opinion. I'm still trying to break this all down. I'm just going on what I've lived through in my experiences. Okay. So, but someone said, well, they think David and Victoria are just kind of, I'm like, what are you talking about? They're worth like $500 million. They got money too. But what I fail to remember, because I don't come from money, so I just think if you're rich, you're rich. Like, who cares? We all got money. No, there's old money, and then there's new money. And I guess if you're a celebrity, then that doesn't count for nothing on the money totem pole. I don't know. But apparently her dad is some smart CEO guy. And what I remember Wendy's. There was another couple other food chains he did. Who knew so much money was in fast food? Or Wendy's with all those Frosties. You too can be a billionaire. Oh my God. So then let's break down this part. So my parents have been trying endlessly to ruin my relationship since before the wedding and hasn't stopped. My mom canceled making Nicola's dress in the 11th hour. Now I call BS on that one. I call BS on that one because your friend Heather from the Hood here has been married a lot. I'm the broke Elizabeth Taylor. So I know about wedding dresses. And anyone here who's been married before, you'll know too. Getting a wedding dress takes forever. This is why they tell you to go order your wedding dress. Now, granted, like again, normal person, right? I don't have any famous family members, right? But they tell you to order your dress 2 years in advance because it takes like forever to get your dress. And even at 2 years in advance, they say, well, we don't know if it's going to come in on time. They always scare that bejesus out of you. Like it's coming Pony Express, you know, like, oh, you got to order your dress quickly, blah, 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 blah. So like 2 years in advance. Okie dokie. Now, now we're talking about a rich person. Also, someone else made this point, wasn't me, it was in my live yesterday. This girl probably had multiple dresses. I doubt she was just going to wear a dress, right? So when he's going on about, oh, my mom canceled making Nicola's dress in the 11th hour, and basically she had forcing her urgently to find a new dress. That's stretching it, you know? And I'm not ragging on. I got my last wedding dress at David's Bridal off the rack. Went in, got the dress, left. Goodbye. Was actually, other than my first wedding was different. My other 2 weddings, off the rack, don't care. All right. So, point of story is this girl probably has multiple dresses. Daddy's a billionaire. You're telling me that if Brooklyn's mom, Victoria, said, nope, not making your dress. Too bad for you. Wear a burlap bag. Wear a potato sack for all I freaking care. Too bad for you. She was like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. Come on. Right? And guarantee she changed throughout the night. Right? So was this one, how many, and I'm guessing, I can't really remember about the wedding. I'm too lazy to look it up. But guaranteed there was probably multiple dress changes, right? Because even normal people do that now too, right? I'm like, I paid this much money for this dress. They're going to bury me in this dress. Absolutely not. I'm not taking it off. So stop. My mom canceled me. Okay, so then there's that, right? And you're telling me she could have ordered one the next day from Amazon with next day delivery. Yeah, and you know what? They're probably friends with Jeff Bezos. That guy'd probably drop it off himself. Jiminy crickets. Weeks before a big day, parents repeatedly pressured and attempted to bribe me sign away the rights to my name. That I don't understand. How can you do that? Your government legal name, sign away rights for the Beckham last name so you can't profit off of it, I think is what he's meaning, right? Because if the Beckhams are a brand and Brooklyn Beckham is the first pancake out, yeah, like then we don't want you associated with our brand. So he couldn't use, this is what I'm thinking what it was. You just can't use the name Beckham. What name he's going to use, I don't know. Maybe he'll take, like, what's that guy's name? Who's that chef, celebrity chef? What the hell's his name? His daughter just got married. We all know who I'm talking about. Who's the guy that's yelling all the time? Hell's Kitchen guy. What's his name? Why am I, like, not thinking clearly? Someone will say it in the side chat. It'll come to me. His kid just got married, and apparently there's some stuff going over in that family too. Gordon Ramsay, thank you. Gordon Ramsay. His son-in-law took the Ramsay last name. Thank you. Gordon Ramsay, right. Now I got to tell you stuff about him too. Anyway, so that's what I think that is. So he couldn't have Brooklyn Beckham barbecue sauce, Brooklyn Beckham ketchup. Like, you know what I mean? Or if he's a model, he couldn't go on fashion and use like the Beckham name. He's going to have to come up with a new one. So my point of the story here is Gordon Ramsay's son-in-law took the Ramsay last name because apparently he hates his parents too. I don't know what the hell's going on around here, man. But maybe Brooklyn Beckham will take her last name. Maybe they'll just be like the Peltz family. That'd be a kick in the head, right? Isn't all, pardon me, aren't all men, when they find out their woman's having a baby, praying for a boy because it's old school days that the name will live on? Why would you ask your son? Well, he's got 3 others, so there's that. But you know what I mean? Not have your name live on. I could never think about going up to my sons and saying, sign away your name. Like, this sounds very Shakespearean to me. Modern day Shakespeare. That's what it sounds like. I'm not buying this dress thing because, again, there's other options. And you're rich. Come on now. It's not like me ordering a dress and the dress company's like, yeah, sorry, it didn't come in, and you're screwed, right? Because I know, like, we've all read stories about that, right? Affected me, my wife, and my future children. They were adamant on me signing before the wedding date. Then the terms. See, now, is this because they don't like the girl and they didn't want the girl taking the Beckham name? I'm just speculating. Like, I'm just talking out loud here, right? Do I know anything? No. You think I'm friends with the Beckhams? No. Right? But they should be. Look, I got a castle. And I'm not saying anything. I'm just relating what I've lived through this. Now, signing away. This reminds me of. Is this almost like what do they call that? Like a prenup, but with their own kid? There had to be a prenup too. Obviously, there's prenup, right? That'd be stupid. My holdout affected the payout. My holdout affected the payout. What does that mean? He didn't get paid out, or his money went down, or his money so affected the payout. So you didn't get any money, or you got less money? So was it like sign right now and you get $1 million bonus? Remember, like, what was that? Charlotte marrying the doctor on Sex and the City, right? Sign right now, you get $1 million bonus. So that's how I'm reading it. Affected the payout. Well, what do you mean about that? They're adamant about signing before the wedding date because the terms of the deal would be incited. My holdout affected the payday. Oh, sorry, the payday, not payout. Well, then it still doesn't make any sense. Affected the payday, and they have never treated me the same since. See, now I want to know more about that. Because that seems weird. During the wedding planning, my mom went so far as to call me evil because Nicola and I chose to include his grandma and her grandma at the wedding table because I guess their spouses passed. Okay, sure. Which I find weird too because I've been married a lot. Like I said, normally it's like, okay, for normal people wedding, it's one long table. It's the bride, the groom, and the wedding party. And then everyone else is sitting at, it's like the bride's parents and then that table, and then the groom's parents and that table, and blah, blah, blah. But maybe they had one of those, what do they call those? Like the smaller, like a honeymoon table. What do they call that? The honeymoon table? Or the bride and groom table where it's just smaller? I don't know. I wasn't there. But that's what I'm thinking. And who cares? You sat with your grandmas. Okay, I think that's really nice. Is that Buckingham Palace? Beats the hell out of me. I don't know. It's Hoodville Castle now. Dress. My holdout affected the payday, and they have never treated me the same since. So did they have to give him more money? That's what I'm thinking. Because he held out for more money? During the wedding planning, my mom went so far as to call me evil because of the grandmas. Okay. I don't see a problem with that. I think that's nice. If you want to sit with your grandmas at your wedding table, I don't see a problem with that. Does anyone else see a problem with that? The night before a wedding, members of the family told me that Nicola was not blood and not family. Well, duh. Yeah, she's not blood. That's true. She's not blood. Saying not family is not nice, though. Since the moment I started standing up for myself with my family, I received endless attacks from my parents, both privately and publicly, that were sent to the press on their orders. Now, I don't know a lot about what went to the press. I have heard rumblings that, yeah, Victoria doesn't like this Nicola chick. All right. I also heard too, though, sorry, itchy, that yeah, that they haven't gotten along since day one. And that's fine. But I mean, a couple of things came out about the wedding, but then they kind of died off pretty quick, right? Or no one cared. There's that, right? Like either the Beckhams were telling the people in the press, quit printing this stuff because we'll never give you an exclusive ever again, which normally how it happens. I get, and I'm not against, I don't take this, I'm not against Victoria and David, right? When you are a brand like that, anybody, like, same with, like, I can say the Osbournes, they're a brand too, right? It has the Kardashians, a brand. Like, you get Paris Hilton, a brand, everything. And really, to a point, Meghan and Harry should be a brand. They just don't listen to anybody and blow up the freaking ship every chance they get. These are people that listen to their PR team and they want certain things put out in the press. They want happy, joy. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, right? There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But when you got someone coming in there and throwing a grenade, if you will, this is Well, it's dirty. It is. I'll say that. Right? Like, again, pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Here, look at the curtain. Everyone, it's like the magic of Disneyland, right? You ever notice, like, you don't see a lot of garbage? There's underground tunnels. You never see, like, Cinderella smoking a cigarette. Like, you know what I mean? It's very curated. Actually, Disneyland's a really good one. This is their brand and this is how it's going to go. And you're going to live, breathe, and sleep Disney. And we want everyone around here to think that they're in a magical kingdom. You know what I mean? Just flick out the word Disneyland for Beckham. Right? I get that. They don't want out in the press their dirty laundry, and if they're fighting, and is David, and I'll say allegedly again, even though everyone knows it's freaking true, stepping out on Victoria having some issues, you know, and I'm not ragging on her for it, right? But she's very open and honest about that too. That was in the documentary. You know, they don't want that. They want the happy. Look at all of our kids. Look at, we're all family. Blah, 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 blah. Isn't everything great? I get that. I get how they want to do that. And they pay a lot of people to keep them looking sparkly. Does that make sense? Now, I also will say, as the firstborn, first pancake, man. And if you're the firstborn, you freaking know what I'm talking about. Second, how I was raised in my family's house isn't the way my sister got raised in that house. No one is raised the same under the same freaking roof, right? I have my version of what went on in our childhood. My sister has her version. Is it, am I lying? No, but this is how I see how it went down, right? This is how she sees it went down. My mom says, blah, blah. One thing, my dad, well, he doesn't say anything. He's dead. But like, you know, he'd have his own version. Mainly it boils down to Heather was a jerk and this is why you got treated like this, right? Which is not true. But just saying, right? Like, and my sister was a golden child. I was not. So again, leave all expectations at the door. Just be my freaking parents, right? So it's so maybe he just has his own, what's the word? He has his own truth. We'll put it that way. Am I saying all this is true? No, but everyone has the right to their truth, right? I'm not saying it's true. I'm not saying it's not. I do have a problem with, like, does anyone else, I don't remember, like, Victoria and them throwing him under the bus in the press, though. It's not like Meg's and Harry, right? We hear about them all the time. They're nuts, right? And Harry going on, or her and Harry going on Oprah, or going on, where did they go? The BBC, Netflix specials, yada, 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 constantly in the magazines. I really haven't seen that with the Beckhams. I really haven't, right? Like, maybe, like I said, once in a while, but not consistent. Even my brothers were sent to attack me on social media before they ultimately blocked me out of nowhere this last summer. My mom hijacked my first dance with my wife. Now, I am remembering something from this wedding. Supposedly, Mark Anthony came out and said, I just want to, and I'm paraphrasing, and I'm trying to remember what's in my head. I just want to give a shout out to the prettiest girl in the room, Victoria Beckham. Now, is that true? I don't know. But If it is, that's really freaking shady. Like, that's mean. If it's my wedding and Mark Anthony comes out and gives a shout out to my now mother-in-law, and I'm sitting there, isn't every girl's wedding like you're supposed to be like a princess, as they said, and you look glamorous and whatever, and it is technically your day. If that happened, that's not okay, because I would cry. And I heard that too. Like, she like had a meltdown, which I wouldn't blame her at all. If it's true, I don't know. That's one thing that I do remember from like the rumors. So that's not cool. But then that's on Mark Anthony though too, right? That's him being a tool. So it's not like she said it, you know. You think she paid him to say it? I don't know, maybe she did. What the hell do I know? I swear I read that. I'm not making it up. Oh, see, now I can't Google at the same time. Hang on. Yeah, see, ha, useless information in my head. I told you. Useless information. Hang on, wrong button. I remember that. Oh. Ha! Hello Magazine. Mark Anthony commented at Brooklyn Beckham's wedding that upset Nicola Pelt. I remember this. Hang on, I have to get very close to the screen because I can't see. Brooklyn Beckham and Nicola Peltz Beckham's wedding in 2022 featured a performance by Jennifer Lopez's husband that is now causing waves online. I remember this when it happened. I remember. Okay, now we got to get back to the phone and get this article. Useless information. Hello, who's that? Hello Magazine. Yeah, okay. Sorry, guys. All right. Okay, I will read because I still can't figure out how to work my computer. Okay, so Hello Magazine, Brooklyn Beckham and Nicole Peltz Beckham's wedding 2022 featured a performance by, okay, I just read that. Brooklyn Beckham broke the internet on January 19th when he finally broke his silence on a rumored feud affecting the Beckham family, where he and his wife Nicola Peltz were accused of forcing a rift between his parents, David and Victoria Beckham. On one particular event that was addressed multiple times throughout the 26-year-old statement was his and Nicola's wedding day, and one moment featured Jennifer Lopez's ex-husband, Mark Anthony. Is it Anthony or Anthony? I don't know. Was particularly central to Brooklyn's accusations of his parents being dominant. Okay. In May 2025, a source spoke to People Magazine and E! News about the moment that Brooklyn and Nicola's first dance was hijacked by his mother, Victoria Beckham. According to both, Brooklyn and Nicola thought that Mark were being gifted a live first dance musical performance at their first dance by Mark Anthony, and as he is a friend of the Beckham family. Who wrote this? Oh my God. Instead, after Brooklyn took to the stage, the singer said, "Please welcome," "Please welcome to the stage the most beautiful woman in the room, Victoria Beckham." So now picture this. You're at a wedding. It's your first dance. So bride and groom always first dance. And then it's the father-daughter dance, and then the mother-son dance, right? Or sometimes you do no, it's separate, right? Never does the mother-son dance come before the first dance with the bride and groom. Now picture this. You are the bride, and you get called to the stage, and you're going to go in front of your 500 guests and have your first dance. And Mark Anthony says, "Now please welcome the most beautiful woman in the room." And I can just picture her walking up the stairs, and from the wings comes Victoria Beckham. Could you imagine? Reportedly, the 26-year-old was unsure what to do and felt that he had been put in an uncomfortable position with Nicola walking out of the room crying, and that the guests at the wedding were left in shock. I knew I read a story about that. See? Useless knowledge. So, but if that's true, that's not cool, right? I'm not saying it's true. I wasn't there, but if it was, that's not cool. My mom hijacked my first dance, which planned for weeks in advance, romantic song. Yeah, because first dance are always some sappy love song, yada yada yada, right? Oy vey. Okay. This is getting better. See, and that's just one thing I remember. The internet sleuths are gonna come, man. And it hasn't even been 24 hours. This is going to get dirty. Oh my God. This is going to get bad. Okay, we talked about the grandma sitting at the table. So even my brothers were sent to attack me. Oh, I don't know. Mom hijacked first dance. Okay. So, and then it goes on to say, and then they renewed their vows. So, and I remember that too. I'm like, didn't you just get married? Why do you want to renew your vows? Now that might make sense. Let's ask the class here. If this is true, I'm not saying it is, I'm just saying, I'll put myself in the situation. I think I'd want to redo too for a wedding. Like that sounds like a freaking circus, man. And it doesn't sound like there's happy memories. I actually would redo my wedding. I would do it all over again, get new photos, blah blah blah, and just pretend that that's a fever dream that I had. Right? I take the Beckhams out of it. You can go anywhere and talk to anyone who's had a crap wedding where their mother-in-law, their father-in-law, their sister, their brother, insert crazy family member here, ruin their wedding. And there's shows dedicated to my crazy family member ruined my wedding. I want to redo. I hate these photos. Every time I look at them, all it does is remind me about that freaking chaos, you know? So I'm not saying it's true. I'm just saying I'm just saying, I get it. Okay. My wife has been constantly disrespected by my mom. No matter how hard we've tried to come together as one, my mom repeatedly invited women over in my past. They're making her like not sound great. You know what I mean? Like, again, you can go on any forum and mama's boys, right? That's all I got to say. Mama's boys. If anyone's dated anyone, let's take a poll. Who's dated a mama's boy? Not fun, by the way. And the mom always gets her nose pushed out. And there's a lot like, and I've seen brides' moms like this too. It's my wedding, blah, blah, blah. I could tell you stories. I've known brides' moms to buy way more expensive dresses than the freaking wedding dress to outshine their own daughter. Right? All eyes on me, right? Has repeatedly invited women from my past into our lives. So, didn't his brother start dating his ex-girlfriend? And I think this is where it all stemmed from, because I can't remember who the girl's name was, but Brooklyn used to date her, and then Cruz started dating her. And also, what's wrong with that girl? Why would you date one brother? Like, this is very, like, I can't say it on here because I'll get, like, raked over the coals. But, you know, it's given banjo. That's all I got to say. You know? You go from one brother to another brother. Like, this isn't year one where the brother croaks and you gotta marry the other brother because that's like old like this time, right? That's weird. And who would do that? That's weird. And not like went out on like a date, like you dated and then you left him for your brother. That's very Jerry Springer. That I don't freaking know. That's messed. Despite this, we traveled to London for my dad's birthday. So he was there for one of David Beckham's many 50th birthday parties last year, right? He's saying that they were there and we were rejected for a week as we waited in the hotel room trying to plan quality time with him. So what? You sat by the phone like it's 1982 waiting for a phone call? See if daddy's going to phone you up and say, okay, yeah, come for a photo. Like, how does that work? Traveled to London for my dad's birthday and we were rejected. And waited in our hotel room trying to plan quality time. So you waited in the hotel room for a week? I don't know, man. Like, don't they live in London? Isn't he from London? Didn't they grow up in England? You're telling me that you don't know where your parents' house is? You don't have a key to your parents' house? Like, I'm just confused. You don't just show up and be like, what? Like, what the hell? Despite this, we still traveled to London for my dad's birthday party and rejected for a week. I was waited in our hotel room trying to plan quality time. He refused all of our attempts, unless it was the big birthday party with 100 guests and cameras at every corner. So then that brings in again Brand Beckham, right? Everyone look happy. Everyone's happy. Everyone freaking smile. Okie dokie. When he finally agreed to see me, it was, and this too, and there's probably like, yeah, and he said there's hundreds of guests. So then he doesn't have to talk to his own kid. Come when there's people here. So there's no, like, so I don't hurt you. I don't know. I don't know what to say. When he finally agreed to see me, it was under the condition that Nicola wasn't invited. Oh, so they're going to privately talk. This is how I'm reading it. But don't bring your wife. See, no, that's not cool. You can't do that. That's not nice. You know, that I don't like that. I don't think that that's nice. If it's true, I don't know it is. I'm just reading what it says here. And again, going with my own experiences. Nicola wasn't invited. See, the thing is, though, too, the thing is, yeah. This could have been worded differently, though, right? If it's true, it could have been like, hey, why don't we go to the pub, just me and you, and we talk some stuff out. That's different than, yeah, we're all going for dinner and your wife's not invited, right? That's two different things. Why don't we go for a round of golf and we'll talk some stuff out? I like the pub idea better. Let's go pub, let's go have a pint. We're going to talk some stuff out, or come to the house, we'll chit chat, just me and you, right? We'll hash some stuff out. That I get. As a wife, I wouldn't be mad at that. But if it's a big family thing, and then you say, yeah, no, you can't bring your wife, as the wife, I would be upset. Which was a big slap in the face. Later, when my family traveled to LA, they refused to see me at all. My family values public promotion and endorsements above all else. Brand Beckham comes first. Family love is decided on how much you post on social media and how quickly you drop everything to show up and pose for a family photo op, even if it's at the expense of our professional obligations. Well, what professional obligation does this guy have? There's my question. We've gone out of our way for years to show up in support of every fashion show, every party, and every press activity to show our perfect family. But the one time my wife asked for my mom's support to save displaced dogs during the LA wildfires, my mom refused. Okay, quick question. Does anyone remember her with dogs during the LA wildfires? I don't remember anything about that. Hey, zip it. I don't remember that. I don't remember that going around social media and stuff. I don't remember that in People magazine. I don't. The narrative that my wife controls me is completely backwards. I've been controlled by my parents for most of my life. I grew up with overwhelming anxiety. Now, I have anxiety, so I fully understand. I can relate to anxiety, and it sucks, right? So, and I can get how he does. Wasn't one of their kids like almost kidnapped? Too? Was it him? I remember that too. That's going back, man. That's like going back in time. That's like, how old's this kid? Like 20 something years. So 25 years? What year was he born? 1999. So yeah, he's going to be 25. Maybe it was like 2002. But like I said, I wasn't like was anyone in here like a Spice Girl super fan? Because maybe you will remember. I swear, like someone tried to like kidnap that kid. So I can see the anxiety part. I can see having like that's not normal, having cameras shoved in your face since like day one, you know? I can see that. For the first time in my life since stepping away from the family, that anxiety has disappeared. I wake up every morning grateful for the life I choose. and have found peace and relief. Well, if you found peace and relief, dude, you wouldn't be writing this. You'd be in a therapist's office like all the rest of us, right? This isn't peace and release. This is a grenade, right? This is something you write out and then you burn it. You don't publish it. And then you go back to your therapy session. My wife and I do not want a life shaped by image press or manipulation. Well, what do you think this is? I just said that. This is image, because he's putting out an image now too. He was gaslit, and I hate that term, but we're going to use it anyway because I don't have a better one. Gaslit, manipulated by his parents. There's a brand. He was part of the machine. He doesn't want to be part of the machine. It's almost saying like he was like brainwashed. And he was like a puppet, and they just told him like where to go and what to do and blah, blah, blah. And he wanted to escape the regime there and build anew. Well, all the power to you. But again, we want peace, privacy, and happiness. This is not how you get it. Again, this is a letter you write, because your friend Heather from the Hood, because you can't tell, I've been in therapy a couple thousand times. And it says something like you write, and then like you burn it, and then you let all of your what's like intentions go, right? You're just like, you release it to whoever you believe in, a higher power, whatever, I don't care, your cat, and you're like, all right, be gone, and you move on with your life. This is not how you find happiness. And I know, I'm just saying, like, I'm not on anyone's side here. I'm just saying how I'm reading it. Right? Like, he's going to get a job now or live off his wife. Beats hell on me, man. Right? I mean, who thinks an interview is there's something coming? Also, I think she's pregnant. Because this is why. Because where did it go? What's that kid's name? Brooklyn. Also, too, I will say this. Was it here? 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 Nope. 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 That wasn't it. That wasn't it. Oh, maybe it's a while ago. That's not it. I will say he was setting the stage, though. I want to know what Molly McPherson has to say. I love Molly McPherson, and I love Lauren the Insider. PR gurus, man. Love them. I can't wait for Lauren. I watched a little, like, she did a little video yesterday. I can't wait to hear what she has to say. Like, I understand, like, but like, obviously I never worked for any famous people, but I get the PR game. I totally get it. That's not the photo. Maybe it was an older photo then, because there was I guess it doesn't matter. His IG, though, I'll give it to him. He's oh no, not in 5 days. I was going to say at least he does something. His food looks nicer than Duchess DeLulu's, though. I'll say that. I'm losing my concentration. Sorry, focus, Heather. I don't know why he released this on Instagram like his reel, because it leaves in 24 hours. If you were going to be a man and stand in your convictions, you should have posted it, or it's going to stay there till the dawn of time. You know, like, or the end of time, not the dawn of time, end of time. So, and it is, right? We'll go to the comments section. Sorry. It is very hard for normal people to feel bad for him when you grew up in privilege, right? Oh, poor little rich boy. I'm with you guys there, right? It is very hard to get along, like feel bad for him when he's had want for nothing. Miami says, Brooklyn, you also grew up with overwhelming privilege and you did not choose most of your life. Sad, but Nicola would not have given you the time of day. Also true. So I don't know. I don't like, I'm telling you right now, if my kids ever did this to me, they'd be on the side of a milk carton. Absolutely not. They know their mom's nuts. And then, too, there's a lot of stories saying that Victoria wore white to the wedding, but it's clearly a silver dress. Oh, all these AI. See, now the AI videos are going to go crazy, right? So I don't believe anything unless, like, I can remember it from in my brain somewhere. I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't know if the Beckhams are going to say anything. Do they have to say something? Maureen, what do you think? I think Brooklyn and his wife are a pair of pampered, spoiled little brats who thrive on drama and making it public. They both need a serious attitude adjustment. Well, he has neither the looks. He is a cute. No, well, he's a cute kid. I'm not going to lie about that. I just don't come from that kind. Like, listen, man, I've talked about my family. Do we all get along? No, we put the fun in dysfunction. That's fine. I would never in a million years ever do this to, like, publicly, like get out a billboard and say my dad's told Chotch. There's no way on God's green earth I would do that. I can think it. I can go to their house and yell at them behind closed doors, or they can yell at me, or I can never talk to like my family ever again. I don't care. But I wouldn't put it out there. What does this gain though? There's no coming back from this. I hope he means it. He doesn't want to reconcile with his family. Because if you are my kid, no. This does hurt my heart. As a boy mom, there's something more there. This can't all just stem from this one chick. I'm not buying it. I think they should do it. Right? Do like the royal family and just not say anything. I don't think that they can. Like, I don't think that they can not respond. Oh, right, too. Thank you, Chloe. See, brain waking up again. Wasn't that in like February or something that rumor was those Nicola and Brooklyn went over to Duchess Delulu and King of the Spare's house for dinner? Because that's when the rumors were all like Victoria and David aren't getting along with Brooklyn, and everyone was like, oh yeah, two peas in a pod, right? Which is, is he not going to speak to his siblings either? Well, what about his sister? She's only 14. What the hell did she do? Right? Like, you can't be mad at everybody. See, again, it goes back to Duchess Delulu and H, right? How can you not talk to your whole freaking family? I get it. Like a sister, a cousin, an aunt, an uncle, whoever, a person. I'll even give you two. But your whole freaking family? I don't know, man. That one's hard to sell. That one's hard to sell. So, sounds like Mary says, sounds like Meghan Markle and Harry are their life coaches. Well, it's not quite a life I'd want. How pissed do you think Duchess DeLulu is right now because Brooklyn Beckham took her spotlight? Stole the thunder. Let's look at People magazine. What's in there about Duchess DeLulu? Because oh man, Demon Dictator. She's not here. She has to sing her I'm Right song. People magazine. Do 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 do. Oh yeah, there it is. There it is. Told ya. Told ya. January 20th. That's today, right? Right. 10 to 7 this morning, Pacific time. 10 to 10 Eastern time. Meghan Markle's Netflix series, With Love Meg, has no plans for season 3, but the door isn't closed. Okay, we'll get into Meg in a sec, because we've done an hour and 17 minutes on Brooklyn Beckham. There's going to be more to come. There has to be. This is not the end. I don't know. As a mom, this hurts my heart. I couldn't imagine this with my boys. I just couldn't. And I have a bonus daughter too, right? But like my boys, no, right? Like I don't know. Those are some deep, deep accusations. I think maybe either she's pregnant, a baby is coming. There's got to be an interview somewhere. They're going to go, what show? Probably like freaking with Gail King. No, they won't touch that either. Who can, I think he's young. I think he has to go on a podcast. Who's like a number one podcaster that would believe his crap? That's the other thing. Because whoever takes it, like you're friends off with David and Victoria, right? So you gotta play your cards there, right? Right. Oh, and that's true too, Miami. Yeah, right. David Beckham got, what did he get? Knighted. Want to make money? The problem is, though, too, this kid's a joke, right? A lot of people made fun of him because he said he was a chef or something, and he made a grilled cheese. Seriously? Right? I see a lot of food. I don't know anything about this kid, right? Like, I'm old enough to be this kid's mom. I'm not his demographic, clearly. So, well, not quite. I mean, yeah, no, I'm old enough to be his mom. Young mom, but still. I don't know, man. I think M reached out to their advisor, but I think Brooklyn said no thanks. Maybe. Yes, Sir and Lady Beckham, right? I don't know. I don't know what they do now. Well, you know what? I guess if Brooklyn's going to say, oh, we want privacy, we want privacy, we want privacy, we want to live a normal life. All right. Das Vidania. I don't know what to say. So I guess we'll see. Like, are you going to go? He's not. Well, if he's on social media, that's not privacy. If you're posting videos, that's not privacy. Right? See, that's shouldn't have put that in there. Just be like, listen, man, not getting along with family. Don't care if I ever see them. Peace out. And leave it that way. We're gonna live our lives. They're gonna live their lives. Don't plan on seeing them ever again. Bye. So that's a lonely life, man. You only get one family. And I get it. I get not everyone grows up in the Brady Bunch. I've said this before. Or Beaver Cleaver, or insert great family here. I get that. But I still don't understand how, like, was it that bad? Like, I will need way more. Yeah, like, I need way more. And I need proof. And I want photos. And I want to talk to other witnesses. I need a lot of proof to prove that you were so hard done by. It's very hard for me to swallow that pill. And your parents were so controlling, because that's basically what it's boiling down to, right? And you're basically saying your mom's a narcissist, because your wedding was all about her. You put it out there. He said it, not me, right? With that Mark Anthony story. It had to be all about my mom. So I don't know. Another worldwide privacy tour is on the way. Yes, Maureen. I don't know, right? But they don't want to be like, you can't be private and be all over social media. Like, that doesn't work like that, right? But what's the end game? The problem is, pardon me, everyone in my generation, Gen X, millennials, we'll even throw the boomers in there, are going to be Team Beckham. There's the problem for them. Who is going to go? Because think about, who are all the famous people now? Like, the Kardashians are all my age. Or, okay, well, I think I'm a year older than Courtney. But all in around there. They're all, like, I throw everyone under Gen X, right? They're going to go against Victoria Beckham and David Beckham? I don't think so. I guess my point is, who is the famous people that are going to side with these two publicly? Right? There's something behind closed doors, but no one else is going to mess up their brand being with this kid and his wife, because he is a kid. And I'm not saying that to be disrespectful if anyone is his age watching. There's a thing though too, right? 25, yes, I get you're an adult and blah, blah, blah. You still don't know everything. You're 25. I used to think like I freaking know everything, blah, blah, blah. My parents couldn't tell me anything, yada, 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 yada. Right? I'm an adult. That was my favorite. I'm an adult. I still use that though. I'm an adult. Can't talk to me like that. Sure, yeah, but there's still things that you haven't experienced that your parents can help you with because you just haven't been there yet, right? See, I think Chloe's picking up what I'm putting down here. Right? Oh, oops, wrong button. Oh, comment section's going crazy. He has no qualifications, no skills, never worked, no charisma. Right? And that's it. And you are banking on, see, I think he just like sunk his own boat too, right? You're still banking on your parents' name to get modeling jobs or someone to work with you, yada, yada, yada. You just threw a grenade at your family. Who wants to touch that? You ever hear the term, you don't crap where you eat? Well, it's not that, but I don't know if I could say that word. You know what I'm saying? You don't bite the hand that feeds you. Okay, you're going to be rich, but your money doesn't hug you back. Money doesn't tell you that they love you. Money can't buy a class. Money can't buy a class. Elegance is learned, my friend. If you know that song, you know that song. Get sued now. But you know, like it and two, like this kid has no life skills. I mean, I am like assuming, right? This is what happens when you put the inmates in charge of the prison. This is what happens when you gentle parent people. I am telling you right now, there's nothing gentle about my parenting. Absolutely not. Like, now. This is what happens. Right? Kid's a brat. It does look that way. It does it's hard for normal people. The consensus in this chat here with all 30 people, thank you very much. Please hit the like button, subscribe button, tell a friend, tell 12. I would appreciate it. Help out your friend, Heather from the Hood. I didn't even do, here, we're going to take a pause because I didn't even do roll call because you guys are here for the dogs, right? Let's take a pause, right? Let's just take a pause. Queen Elizabeth the Corgi. Queen Elizabeth the Corgi, come here. 1, 2, 3, yeah. 1, 2, 3, yeah. Jump, jump, jump. There you go. Queen Elizabeth the Corgi's here. Say hello. Say hello to the people. All right. Shirt check. Don't know, but it's a cool shirt. The dragon is here. He still needs a name. The dragon to go with the castle. That just freaked the hell out of my dog. Oops, sorry, Queen Elizabeth. Okay, here you go. Sorry, Queen Elizabeth. And Khloe Kardashian, the Press Canario, is here, but I can't pick her up because she weighs more than I do. So, right? It's Queen Elizabeth. I freaked her out with the dragon, though. So, sorry, Queen Elizabeth. Dragon needs a name. All right, sorry. I know you guys like the dog and stuff. Okay. Who is this? Joel's G4274. I think it's the way for his wife to control him and make him think his parents are terrible. That's exactly like Meghan Markle's playbook. Yeah, even though he's saying, "Oh, my parents don't control me," yada yada yada, or my parents controlled me, my wife doesn't control me, per me. I don't know. See, it's just hard for me. David stood in a huge line. Yeah, he didn't cut the line. He didn't do anything. He stood there like a normal commoner, like the rest of us, right? And waited hours to go pay his respects to Queen Elizabeth, right? And this is what I'm saying. This is what happens. And same with freaking Megs and Harry. This is what happens when you put the inmates in charge of the prison. Anarchy. Gentle parenting. Doesn't work. Bunch of crap. There are consequences to actions. There is going to be consequences to this statement. Like I said, I stay with it. I get it. Okay. Maybe it's all true. We'll just say maybe it's all true. Okay. But this is not where you do it. You go to therapy like the rest of us and work it out there. I don't know what the end goal is here for him. Where does it get you in life? See, this is how I know my therapy is working. Right? Because where's it going to get you? Where is it going to get you in life? So, to me, you just opened up Pandora's box. You just made a bigger headache for yourself. This is not peace. Because guaranteed, there are reporters and PR people and whoever calling this guy's freaking phone right now. And now, also, when I'm also saying I also want to be like the receptionist at Buckingham Palace and answer the phone when stuff's hitting the fan. I want nothing to do with answering the phone over in the Beckham house. No, thank you, because I don't think that's going over well. Right? So not only did you cause havoc for you, and even though he's thinking, okay, now I said it, oh, I can move on with my life. No, you've opened up a can of worms. So now there's probably like that phone's probably ringing off the hook over there at Buckingham Palace, like Jiminy Crickets. Oh, Maureen, that's kind of you. I really hope. You build it, they will come. It is what it is, right? I don't know why it's so hard to hit a freaking like button, though. But if you guys could hit the like button in here, please, 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 please. I'm fun. So, like you didn't teach your, I don't know, man. It seems as a parent, it's kicking the freaking head. Oh, the demon dictator's here. You coming in, dollface? I send you a link. Duh. Oh my gosh. Okay, side story before we get it on to it all again. I went down the rabbit hole, or I'm on that side of, oh shit, what's that stupid show called now? I don't know how I got over there, but I did. And I was like, I don't want to watch Heated Rivalry. I got over on that side now. I was like, I don't want to watch this show. I hate freaking hockey. Ugh, crap. Someone else watching that? I got it. I got it. Sorry. There we go. It's in WhatsApp. Demon dictator. Pardon me. Sorry. Did Brooklyn Beckham sign a prenup? Be careful. Yeah. Yeah. So, and that's where I was getting confused with his statement when he said right before the wedding, his parents want him to sign something. And because it took too long, I'm paraphrasing, and because it took too long, they wouldn't talk to him again because they didn't want him using his name. See, that I need clarified. I want to know what that means. Did they give him a payout? Here, this is what we think you're worth. Don't ever use our name ever again. Here's a chunk of money. I don't understand that part. I don't understand. Brooklyn's giving housewives, right? Maybe they want to. Actually, now that you're saying that, maybe a show is in the works. Wouldn't doubt it. Hello, my friend.
Oh, talking like crazy today. Just come over from Victoria. Just come over here.
Yeah, sorry about that. That's not the time I got. I looked it up, but that's okay.
Yeah, she's doing 2 today. Yeah, she's doing 2. One. She's doing Brooklyn at 9, I think.
Yeah. Yay with time changes, right?
Yeah.
So would you guys talk about court?
With the court thing, yeah, we went through what happened at court today.
Okay, well, I'm glad you're here because you're a court reporter now because I know nothing about
I'm the court reporter.
Well, I talked an hour and 40 minutes on Brooklyn Beckham. We're going to move on.
Okay.
So
I just very quickly heard about his name. About his name. The reason why, because the Beckham name is a brand.
Right.
So there is contract obligation. The name Beckham. Well, this is how I understand it. This is my interpretation and understanding that the Beckham name is a brand, and so it's involved in a lot of contracts, and so therefore he may not be allowed to use his name Beckham as in contracts as a separate brand from the Beckham, the brand Beckham that his mum and dad are.
Yeah, that's how what I was thinking, right? Like,
yes.
Yeah. So if he went into fashion, he can't use. I think he's going to go with his wife's last name now, Peltz. That's Oh, and before we get into court talk, do you want to sing the "I'm Right" song?
Why? Who's right?
You were right. I sent you. I don't know if you saw it. I don't know. Time changes, right? So after when we left the live yesterday, you miss a day. You miss a lot around here. You said, remember when I said, "Oh, Megsy's IG has been silent for 6 days." You said, just wait, it's coming because she's got to put out a bunch of stuff. 2 hours later, after our live, a new freaking IG came up.
I was right. You see, she's planning. Yeah, well, she's planning it.
Brooklyn Beckham put a wrench into her planning plan.
He did. He even took over the court case for a little bit. No one would even care about Prince Harry in his court case. It was Brooklyn Beckham took over. Gosh, what a thing to do.
Right now?
Who? Victoria?
Meghan. No.
Oh, Meghan. Yeah, no one cares about her.
She's mad.
She's been designated to the bottom of the dustbin. There's too much going on right now.
All right. Do you want to talk about court and then we'll get into Delulu?
Yeah. So it was in. They just heard opening arguments this morning, and I don't know. My personal opinion. It's not looking good for the Daily Mail. There is a lot of grey clouds with Rebecca English about how she got access to Chelsea Davies' flight information, that they may have, committed data protection fraud onto that one. And how, you know, they've got a lot of medical information from Elizabeth Hurley and Elton John, birth certificate from his baby before he got it. So it's this looks really bad, and I think the Daily Mail are resting their case on the statute of limitations. The statute of limitations is 6 years. All the fraud came out in October 2016, so they had until 2022 to bring a case, and they've left it way too late. But at the same time, if they have committed criminal offences, and allegedly the information that was given out today that they may have committed a number of criminal offences, the criminal offences will potentially overrule the statute of limitations. So we have to see. And a lot of people can't remember that far back, and not being able to remember is not an excuse for not remembering how you broke the law or commit criminal offences. So we'll see.
Right. I know one, I can't remember. It was one of the women, not the one that Harry parted with, the other one. And apparently they asked about her sources, and she gave 2 names, and I can't remember who they were, but they're both dead. So like,
yeah,
what are they going to do? Name everyone, like just name dead people? What are you going to do? Get out a Ouija board
yeah.
and ask?
So so some of it's just going to be very, very interesting. At the moment, there's, you know, I think that because Harry and all these guys are bringing it against the Daily Mail, the onus is on them to put the evidence, you know, into the court case. But we'll see. You know, the Daily Mail might have a number of aces up their sleeve to counteract what these guys have said. We don't know. Me and Victoria, we're going to see if we can go down there for the day, because sometimes they have a public gallery, and we're going to see if we can get in there.
Well, from what I understand, I was watching Tom Sykes. He's like, court's open, man. You can come on down.
Yeah.
Why not?
Might wake up with a really bad headache and go, oh, I can't come inside today.
Sorry. Right?
Watch me be pictured on the news running back in and out of the courtroom. No, I'll take a day off.
Well, they can't film in the courtroom, so you're
no, they're not allowed.
Courtroom.
No, but they might film me outside.
Yeah.
No, I would legitimately take a day off. I wouldn't stay sick.
Get a hat, trench coat, sunglasses.
Yeah.
Get a wig. Why not? Yeah. Right? That building looks really nice. Though. Like I've seen.
It did. I'd like to do that. Yeah. So we're gonna go and do that. Hopefully, go in and have a look.
Yeah. No. Okay. Well, I guess we'll see. So tomorrow's Wednesday, right? Harry takes down Thursday.
It's on Thursday. Yeah. So Miss Chloe Celeste, the criminal offences, Rebecca Brooks, they were a different newspaper. So Rebecca Brooks was The Sun and the News of the World. They are currently, Harry and are taking legal action to the Daily Mail. So it's a completely different newspaper. And the Daily Mail in the Levenson inquiry, the Levenson inquiry was in the inquiry into all the press, all the newspapers. The Daily Mail gave evidence in that Levenson inquiry that they never phone hacked. And there's a lot of evidence so far that they have done it. So they may have lied to the Levenson inquiry. We don't know. It's all going to come out.
Well, I don't know. Right? I guess we'll see. It's only day 2, right?
Yeah.
A lot more to go. But thank you for your report, because I don't understand any of this. So thank you. Time change. Like you guys are 8 hours ahead of me. I'm sleeping. Right? It's midnight when all this stuff's going on.
It's all happening when you're asleep, and then you wake up and we'll give you reports of what happened.
Yeah, right. Because I think by the time I get up, it's like 4 o'clock in the afternoon for you guys. So I'm like, well, court's over. So and then all the news stories come in, right? So
yeah.
Yes, I guess.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm waiting for. I think Harry. I don't have a lot of faith in that guy. He's a couple fries short of a Happy Meal.
No,
You know?
I think the other claimants appear to have a lot stronger case than Harry. To be honest, Harry's just he's a little bit. The only strong case he's got is Chelsea Davies' flight details were. It looks like they may have been legally obtained because there's a Data Protection Act, and they were illegally obtained from the airline, whatever airline she so either they hacked into the airline or somebody gave them information which is against the data protection. So that appears to be the only argument. The rest of it is just a whinge fest from Harry.
Right. So I guess, yeah, I wait and see, right? It's the wait and see game.
Yeah. So there you go. So in the other news, I was right about Meghan. I did.
Yeah, you were right about Meghan.
She's planning. She's going to do something every day.
Well, she's going to have to do something bigger than what
Beckham,
like Brooklyn Beckham just did. Right? Like,
wow, what a thing to do. My God. I know you've just been talking about it for over an hour. So if you want to change the subject,
no, that's fine. Go ahead.
But I mean, talk about, skin your family alive in front of the press. My God.
Yeah, there's no
that was crazy. And how long do you reckon that his marriage, just my personal opinion, I don't know about that marriage. She doesn't, I mean, I don't know her, so it's unfair to say because I don't really know her, but she doesn't come across as nice, Nicola.
Well, you're looking at the wrong. I get married all the time, right? So
I've never been married at all. There we go. You took my lot.
25, and how old were they? Were young when they got married. 22. I was 22 when I got married, so I'll say that. But also, I'm not rich, and I didn't marry a rich guy. Well, not that matters or anything, but yeah, 22 getting married, I don't recommend. I'll just put it that way. I don't think it's smart.
Yeah.
We'll see. This isn't over, though. I was saying that. This is just
the
beginning. The war's going to come out. It has to now. There's too, like, the bomb's been thrown or whatever, the grenades.
Yeah, and a lot of people, like a lot of the reporters, are taking Brooklyn's side that the Beckhams are really not nice. I mean, I live in London and I'm the same age as Victoria and David, and I've heard stuff that is not great. But at the same time, I find it hard that they protect their kids so much, and they seem to be, whatever people say about them, they seem to be a very close, loving family. So it's a little bit heartbreaking to hear that was all going on behind the scenes.
You never know what's going on behind closed doors.
Yeah, and Brooklyn, he seems to be a bit of a troubled soul, because no matter what he tried to do, he tried to be a footballer, he failed. He tried to be a photographer, he failed at that. Now he's trying to be a chef or a cook, and hopefully that's going well for him. But he just, like, he did a video the other day making a jacket potato with cheese and beans. That's not really hard. And he went on American TV and he made a sausage and egg sandwich. It's not really complicated what he's doing. So he seems to be a little bit of a lost soul. Not sure where he's going in life.
No, and I think that's his issue. He doesn't know where he's going on. Why don't just try to be yourself? And once you're yourself, it falls in line. I think the problem is he doesn't know who he is. If it's true and he was in that machine for so long, it reminds me a lot of Harry, right? Stand here, here's more, smile there, blah, 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 smile, nod, shake hands, la, 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 la. Everything's happy, happy, joy, joy.
Yeah.
So when you are you don't know who you are, then, it might take him a while to figure out who he's young. He's 25 years old. He doesn't know who the hell he is.
No. I'm still not sure. I'm still not sure who I am. I'm nearly 50.
So, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, but wow, that was an explosion yesterday. My gosh.
It like I said, and there's people, and I'm waiting for Lauren the Insider because I love her. She did some digging yesterday, so shout out to you, Lauren, friend of my head. And it was great, but it just happened. So now, like, there's going to be more and more, and internet sleuths could work for the FBI, man. Like, people are missing their calling. So, like, people are going to dig until they find Alice and the White Rabbit.
Yeah.
You know, they're going to go down that rabbit hole.
I think the floodgates are just going to open now. It's going to all come out, whatever.
Yep. So I guess we just wait and see, because it's only Tuesday. It hasn't even been 24 hours.
It's only Tuesday.
It's only Tuesday. Well, that came out at like 3 o'clock my time, Pacific time, or maybe 2 o'clock Pacific time. So it hasn't even been a full 24 hours.
Yeah, I was in bed. I think I was in bed when I saw it.
So
I woke up so quickly. I was like, what the hell is this? What is going on here?
Right. So yeah, I guess we'll see more today. It's not going away. It's not going away. There's going to be old articles pulled, more sources, yada yada. Everyone's going to be talking about this. You know, I kind of want to be at Montecito right now. I want to stand outside the gate and hear Delulu's head explode. You know, like, I was thinking about it. I was going to write something funny about, like, Delulu should be sending Brooklyn Beckham a thank you basket, take the heat off her. And then I thought, wait a minute.
No, that's the worst thing you could have done. Yeah. That's the worst thing.
I'm like, she's not writing him anything. You know? Or take the heat off Harry. No. But again, I'm going to say, you, my friend, are right. You called it. You called it yesterday. You want to see the video she put up?
I've been doing this, commentating on Meghan and Harry for too long, and it's predictable now.
Well, it's kind of like with the People Magazine article. I'm like, where's People Magazine article? Let's go. Right?
Well, she's writing that now, I reckon. She's writing that now. Thank you, Brooklyn. She'll have to do a People article now.
Like, well, she likes writing notes, right?
Yeah, with her scribble.
Yeah, no, she's going to be like, I can't say the word she's going to say. Oh, where did it go? It was just here.
Miami Mary Lou, I'm pretty sure he signed a prenup. She's worth a lot of money, that family. I'm pretty sure Brooklyn signed a prenup.
Oh, maybe it was under this one. Sorry, I'm just looking for something. Demon Dictator, you talk to the people.
Miss Chloe says, I think they just got, you know, they're young. They've still got a lot. They've still, yeah, they're very rich, but they still want to have some sort of career and make their own money. I think it would be so boring if they just sat around and didn't actually have a purpose in life. As much as when you got that amount of money, you can literally sit around and have no purpose in life. But I think they should do something, get some sort of job and something, just because they'll just sit there and hate each other because they'll just be bored. But yeah, they're just going to be like famous for being famous, aren't they? Really, celebrities. I'm talking rubbish now. Sorry, I've been on my second live today.
No, I'm coming. It's not coming up on the computer for some stupid reason. So I'll just use my phone. So this is what came out yesterday, 20 hours ago. A winter wine down, because we all know Megsy loves a pun, right? So,
yep.
Sorry, I know this is not great, but I don't know why it's not showing up on the computer. Like, it's not there when I pull it up. So it's wine glasses, wine. Is there another wine coming?
Yes. Oh no, what's coming? Another one.
And it's supposed to be dry January. This is not a good time to be launching a wine. Not that
Who does dry January?
Here, but I'm just saying.
Who does dry January? Well, I did a dry weekend. I think my first weekend in January was a dry weekend.
Nothing dry.
So I had to sober up.
But yeah, oh, it's her rosé. I don't know. Maybe
It's coming.
and she's supposed to be the face of this freaking brand. How come
Is it?
she
Is
never
it?
shows her face?
Is it a
And why
red?
is everything in black and white?
Is it a red? That looks quite dark. That
No,
drink.
it's a
Is it a
rosé.
red one?
No,
Oh,
it's a rosé.
rosé.
Yeah. And just, but there's another bottle here. If you can see, like right there, that's not a wine bottle. That looks like a whiskey kind of bottle. Not saying
Is
it's
she
gonna have
do?
whiskey, but it's not a wine bottle. I can pick out a wine bottle a mile away.
It
Winter
is. No, she's not doing a tequila.
wine.
They're all doing tequilas.
That's gonna, you probably light that stuff on fire. Oh
Because
no. And then, as predicted, um, it came out right before the Brooklyn, was it after the Brooklyn Beckham bombshell? But it doesn't matter. Oh no, it came out today. Oh yeah, okay, so then that makes sense. So it was reported yesterday that, well, it's been reported 1,000 times over that we all knew Duchess DeLulu wasn't going to get a season 3, right?
yes, it was confirmed. Yeah, it's not coming back.
Right. So then People Magazine has, the story today, of course. Good luck there, Megs, that you think you're gonna take the headline from the Beckhams. All the power to you there, my friend. Not happening. So Meghan Markle's Netflix series With Love, Meghan, has no plans for season 3, but the door isn't closed. Get excited.
No,
it's
they're
not
still
closed.
waiting
It
for
was
that divorce. They're still waiting for that divorce. That's going to be gold dust. That divorce. She's going to full and beheard. She's going to full and beheard.
So it says right now she is really focused on building the brand. A source told people the source rhymes with Meghan. She's excited to continue creating cooking and crafting content for her social channels. What's next for Meghan Markle's lifestyle series With Love, Megs on Netflix? A source tells People that there are currently no plans for a third season of Duchess of Sussex show, though the possibility of future specials or one-off projects has not been ruled out. The most recent installment with Love, Meghan was a holiday special that debuted December 3rd, following 2 seasons. Not 2 seasons, 2 separate parts.
It was all filmed together and they cut it in half.
Yeah. That aired last year. Both seasons, along with the special, appeared in Netflix Global Top 10. Who wrote this crap? That's
Meghan
not
did.
true. That's not true.
What was the bit? I was reading the side chat. What was it say?
Both seasons, along with the special, appeared in Netflix Global Top 10. That is not true.
No, it's not
I'm
true.
reading it verbatim. Liar, pants on fire.
No, she didn't. She didn't even break the 300 or something.
I don't know what glue that People Magazine's on, but they're on good stuff. That the first time, yes, it did break. Like, when you look on Netflix and it says number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and you go through.
Yeah, it was never there.
Yeah, it was there. It was like number 8 or 9. It barely made it in there, right? Maybe it was 10. Beats hell on me. But I watched all that crap. I know it wasn't there. That's not true. What? See? I bet you Meghan had to have written that. Don't people fact check stuff? I don't believe, no, right? Am I having a stroke?
Magazine, who cares? It's People Magazine, who cares?
No, because now I think, see, this is what happens. And then I feel like I'm losing my marbles, right? Because I'm like, that's not true, right? I don't. With Love Meghan, holiday celebration was 1 hour festive episode, which Meghan, 44, shared tips for hosting during holidays, along with traditions she enjoys at home with Prince Harry, children, yada, yada, yada. Netflix remains a partner in Meghan's lifestyle brand, as ever. The Duchess of Sussex unveiled the line in March 2025, timed with the premiere season of With Love Meg, the initial drop of the self-stable food product. There's nothing stable about Meghan Markle or her food products.
No.
Including
No.
jams, teas, crepe mix, and flower sprinkles. Since has expanded into including wines, candles, and a limited edition leather bookmark. The products are available online and currently ship exclusively within the US, though Meghan has said there are plans to expand internationally. Get excited! The show in the partnership with Netflix was an amazing launch pad as forever, but doing both was incredibly time consuming. No. Okay, listen to this. The show and the partnership with Netflix was amazing launchpad for as ever, but doing both was incredibly time consuming. A second source tells people. Meghan couldn't hack it. Meghan couldn't do that. She couldn't do her TV show and sell products at the same time. Is what they're saying. This is why the TV show's not there no more. Too time consuming. How can that be time consuming? You got 80 people on a freaking production that should only have 5.
How long did that take? It probably took what? A couple of months in a year? What, maybe 2-3 months in 12 months to film? That's nothing. I mean, I don't know. I don't work in television.
Oh my
But
God.
how long would it take to film? What, a month, 2 months, 3 months? Something like massive.
Oh, honestly, like you can film a 2-hour miniseries in 30 days.
Yeah, it's not that much, and all the editing and stuff like that is done by other people. She's not doing any editing or anything like that.
That's
So
with locations and stuff. You're not even freaking going anywhere. You're staying in the same freaking house. You have the same camera setup. You have the same lighting setup. You went from one room to another. You just leave the lights
that
up.
much.
You don't even have to strike the set. You just leave it as is. Oh my God.
It's just trying to make up excuses as to why it wasn't redone.
Right now, she's really focused on building her brand. She's excited to continue creating, cooking, and crafting content for her social channels. She's got a channel, IG, and she's barely on there. What other social channels is she on that we're not aware of?
That's it. She's got 2, but she's got 2 on Instagram, isn't it? As ever, and her own. I mean, it's nothing, is it?
Is that too much for her? That's overloading, man.
Apparently so. What she did in when she did the charity, when they put their IRS charity thing, they did 1 hour a week for charity. I mean, these are not hard workers. Even though I work so hard, she really doesn't work so hard.
Oh my God. Oh, this gets better. Man, it's too early to start drinking around here. She's excited for, even for me. She's excited to continue creating, cooking, and crafting content for her social channels, but in a way that allows her to spend more time on day-to-day of the business. She's been loving flexing her entrepreneurial muscles. There is absolutely a plan for more specials down the road. Oh, get excited!
No, I can't. I watched that one at Christmas. I did it. I did it. So I can't comment on it if I haven't watched it, and it was so boring and it was rubbish.
I'd rather give birth to octuplets. That sounds way more fun.
Oh.
While appearing in Fortune's Most Powerful Women Summit in October 2025, Meghan was asked directly whether or not With Love Meghan would return for a 3rd season. Well, the holiday special's coming out in November. Yeah, November's not December, doughhead. That got moved for a reason. Why did it get moved? Something happened. I can't remember why. It's a really good. Oh, because Princess Catherine's Christmas special.
Yes. Yeah.
Right? That's why.
They didn't to crash with her. Yeah.
Meghan went on to suggest that the series format could continue to evolve. I think looking at that format, again, it's a year of learns. So we're able
Learns.
to
I hate
say
that word.
8 episodes
Year
for
of
2
learns.
seasons is a lot of work, she said. And having done Suits for 7 years, I remember what goes into a production. What a bunch of shite. I also
She was
reckon
number 7 on the. She was number 7 on the call sheet and Suits. Jesus, you're only number 7.
You know,
She was
I also
hardly there
recognize
every day.
people want content in different sizes. Part of what they're testing now is amazing for me to sit down and watch a show for 30 minutes. But how can I give a recipe to you in 2? Well, duh, where are you from? 1950? Go on here. YouTube, your IG. Like, oh, I have to unblock Lil Bird. I'm sorry, hun. I misunderstood you the other day. I have to figure that out. How do I? Maybe Demon Dictator can figure it out. How do I?
I don't know. You have to just go into like a sort of Google how you do it on yours.
Oh yeah.
Because Letitia can't unblock them either on her StreamYard. I think you've got Restream, isn't it?
Yeah, I got Restream.
Somewhere in the settings there'll be a list of block names.
Okay, I'll go in.
And you'll be able to go in there somewhere.
Sorry, Lil Bird. I do apologize. I'm very, 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 very sorry. It's amazing. Sit down, watch 30 minutes. Yeah, doughhead. You don't think? Oh, God. Speaking of sex, Meghan reflected on sharing personal passions, cooking, entertaining, and decorating with the biggest audience yet through Netflix series. Again, that's why blah blah blah. BS, BS, BS. No more specials. I'm good.
No, we're all good. We've got enough.
Well, what's coming
They're
up?
on Netflix. They're on Netflix forever. If we need it, we can go back to Netflix because they're on there forever, and we can just go through that again.
Like, I don't even know what holiday. What's coming up? Easter, I guess, would be like the next big one.
Yeah, January, February, March. Yeah.
Unless you did like, see, I don't know why everyone says that I don't like this broad. I give her ideas all the time. I don't know why she's not on here. YouTube is the biggest streaming platform going.
Yeah, I spend most of my time on YouTube. I barely watch.
I don't even have cable. This is my cable. This is what I do. I watch my friends. Let's shout out our friends. Oh, did you know something? The Sidley twins are following me.
Are they? Oh, I hope you can do something together. You guys would be great together.
I apparently have had a couple of strokes here lately. This was before I started, like before the new year. I was on with Royal Daily Tea, and now it's all coming back to me, like Celine Dion. It's all coming back to me now. The Silly twins were in the chat, and they started following
Yes,
people.
they were. Yeah.
Right? And I just thought that they were following like everyone else but me. So, but no, lo and behold, I looked it up. Yeah. So if I'm good enough for them, hit the freaking like button, people.
Reach out to them and see what they say.
I will. I
love the Sidley twins.
The wine first, because I don't like reaching.
I love the Sidley twins.
I do too. They're funny, and they live close. They're like 2 hours from me.
Oh yeah, no, we got Valentine's Day first. Yeah, Maureen. Valentine's Day and then Easter. Gonna get more ducks at Easter.
Megsy, Duchess DeLulu, your friend Heather from the Hood is going to give you some PR advice or a video advice. Strawberries, chocolate, your champagne. You can hawk some products. Oh, you don't have chocolate.
She did do chocolate, but is she going to do? She thinks she's going to redo them again. Oh, Easter's coming, so she might do some more chocolate. Easter's going to come. Special Meghan Easter eggs.
Meghan Easter eggs.
Meghan
it is
Easter
like
eggs.
Easter egg hunt dealing with this broad on a daily basis.
Meghan and Harry Easter eggs.
I'm just trying to think how you can put jam into Valentine's Day. You can't.
No.
I vote. I don't think As Ever is going to be like I said. I said As Ever was going to be turf this year. I still kind of think it. I think she should just do collaborations. I've talked about it 1,000 times. She should do collaborations. She does way better with collaborations. Just throw your name on it and collect the freaking check.
Yeah, but she's not popular. Even like, I know if she puts her name on something, she's just not popular. No one's going to buy it. She's got the jam's horrible. She's got those biscuit mixes and crepe mixes.
Yeah,
Oh, she's got such a mismatch of things to sell, but not even they're selling. I don't think at this point it's going to matter. She's just not popular.
Well, I tried.
And also, if this thing's with the IRS and all their charities, if that all appears to be dodgy, they're going to be running away. I think they're going to run back to England pretty quickly.
That's right. There was a great video, and shout out to Paula M, and she was with P.
Yeah.
Dina. Did you watch it?
I saw that today.
Yeah.
P Dina explained that very well.
About the charities. Go watch it. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Because again, like when you don't live in the same country, right? I'm Canadian. I don't live in the States. I don't know the rules, right? But I guess like rules are rules generally. Don't rip off the government.
It's probably not that much difference.
Right? But it's interesting. I've been saying they're going back to England. So yeah, they're coming back. They're going to get the hell out of Dodge.
I do. I think they're going to come back.
They got to hide. Well, they're not hiding, but kind of, sort of. Flee in the middle of the night, midnight move. You know, like something's up.
Yeah, I do think they'll come back. I think they're going to come back. They'll never be able to come back as working royals. No way.
No, but
they'll come back because I think they're going to be. I think they're bankrupt. I think they're in massive financial problems. They've got no real way of making money anymore. She's washed up. He's hated. They're both hated. They're not trusted. And if it comes out that they've been doing some dodgy dealings with a charity, well, they're going to be hated even more.
Yep. Well, Harry better hope to God that he wins that lawsuit, because you're going to have to pay some people some hush money there, buddy. Right? So none of this comes out in the press. Like, oh my God, if it's true, if some things are not on the up and up, right? I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying. You're gonna have to pay off some people.
Yeah.
Did you see the photo? Even People Magazine put it out yesterday, and I read it out live. They did him dirty, eh? With that photo of Harry going into court. Did you see that photo? It's like
which one?
Oh, he looks like he got dragged through a ditch.
Do you know what? He's just got to shave that hair. He's literally got like there's like about 3-4 hairs there now. Just get rid of it, Harry. He's hanging on to them little shreds, little strands for dear life. Just shave it off.
This one, and this is from his pebbles at People Magazine. I keep saying they did him dirty, man. Like, look, like I can't pull it up on the screen for some reason, but sorry. Can you see him there? Like this, no bueno. Like, yeah, I agree with you. Shave your head, embrace it. I always say, like, bald head guys are cute, you know? Like,
yeah, they can be sexy.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson, you're telling me he's not cute? Yeah, he is. Oh my gosh. And he needs, okay, I'm being a jerk, right? I don't normally pick on people, but here we go. He needs some Botox too, man.
Friar Tuck hair.
Friar Tuck, yeah. Okay. Like, I don't want to be a total hag, but he looked, you know what? I'll say this. He doesn't look well. His eyes really sunk in.
He's sort of haggard. I mean, the stress of this court case will do that to you, though, in fairness.
But gray. Like, his skin doesn't look right. He looks sick.
Yeah.
Like,
I
and I'm
think
not saying
that's.
that to be a jerk. I'm really not. I'm looking
I
at this
find that
like,
when people drink a lot of alcohol, they can have that grey skin. I'm not saying that he's drinking a lot of alcohol, but I always see that
where's
when
my
you
skin?
see people that drink a lot, their skin can go very grey.
He like his eyes look sunken. Yeah.
Yeah, Dan Wooten said that he looked very haggard.
Yeah, he looks like he got dragged through the ditch. Seriously. He's all red under here. And I know his grandpa was like, maybe he's going to look like his grandpa. Like, and I'm not picking on Prince Philip, right? But you know how, but I just thought was age, right? Like, you know how people, when they get older, they
Yeah.
get really red, right? He's supposed to be younger than me. You're freaking kidding me.
Do you know what, Miss Chloe Celeste? I looked at his nose and I thought his nose looked weird. Yes.
Like, it's very pointy, eh? Is that what we're talking about? Because
His nasal septus collapsing. I thought that nose looked a bit weird to me today.
too much. Well, I can't say it. I don't want to get sued. You know, there's a lot of people who like going skiing. A lot of people who don't. That's all I'm going to say. Don't know. Like, I don't know, man. It's not looking good. Not his eyes. That's the first thing that. First thing that I noticed. His eyes are very sunk. He looks like, if I didn't know better, like if. Sorry, I got the sun in here. I would
he has
say
lost weight. He does look thinner.
well, that's where I was going with this. Like, if I didn't know better, I would peg it as like an Ed, right? Because this is what a lot of people with an Ed look like. Like, your eyes get really sunken and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Because I can't say the word on here, so figure it out, people.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm very open and honest about my mental health. So if you want to know anything about me, I'll freaking tell you. And I'm an expert in that right there.
Yeah, I've got a list too. I think most of us have. None of us come through life. None of us come through life well.
Unscathed, right?
Yeah.
I'm open about it. I don't lie about it though, right? Like, that's the thing. I openly talk about it, but I have to watch what I say because I don't want to get in trouble on here because.
Yeah. Can I just say something? Maureen Ingleson. I don't know if you ever remember Only Fools and Horses. When they said Grandpa used to put his head upside, he put his head on upside down. He had a bald head. He had a bald head, but a very thick, long beard. And they used to say he used to put his head on upside down.
That's funny.
Just what Maureen said there just reminded me. He's put his head on upside down.
To me, yeah, he looks gray. He looks toothless too. I'm sorry. I'm really not trying to be an ass. This is a horrible photo.
You're going for him today, man. What's he done to you?
I know,
I'm joking.
I'm saying it's a bad freaking photo. If I was him, I'd be peeved. It's a bad photo. I'm not trying to write. I'm just saying.
No, you're not. But also, living in California, it's hot there, isn't it? The sun ages you as well. So, and he's got that sensitive red, that fair skin.
I would be going to the nearest spa and trying to get a hydrofacial. That's all I'm saying. Like, he looks dehydrated.
He does. He looks he does look dehydrated.
But he's probably just really agrees with me. I'm not being an ass, though. I'm really not.
No, you're not being an ass. I know, no. But I think he's just stressed out. The stress in this is a lot. Stress of this court case.
Well, then I said this yesterday. It's not good for like anyone's mental health. He should have settled. What's the point of this? Is it worth all of this? Is it worth your mental health? Right? Like clearly, like you're not doing well, buddy. Like I would have taken a settlement. I really would have. You wouldn't have seen me in court. I wouldn't care.
But they refused to settlement. They wouldn't settle. That's the problem. They said you've got to come to court. But
well,
but again, he went on TV and said, "I'm a dragon slayer. I'm the only one that can do this." He made a public declaration. He's got to go through with it now. He was lucky all the other ones settled, but the Daily Mail is not going to settle.
So I don't know English court, right? Halfway through this trial, is there, once you're in trial, there's no going back, or can they settle halfway through?
No, they can settle halfway through. That's what the other ones did. The Daily Mail and somebody. It was the Daily Mirror. The court fees were getting too high. I think the court fees are about 7 million. And he wasn't giving any new evidence. All the evidence he gave was so old. Where the Daily Mirror had already they'd already admitted to it historically, so therefore they said, well, okay, then you've won. But he didn't give anything new, so they had to settle. They've stopped the case and settled it.
Like you would think you would have to weigh your, I don't know. I just don't think that this is worth it. Mind you, yeah. I'm conceited. So if I knew, like, if I was going to court and I was going to like age 20 years, I'd be like, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
No, thank you. No, thank you. I don't want to look like the crypt keeper. I'm good. Like, yeah. You know, like, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be a jerk. I'm not, because it's wrong to make comments. It is. But I'm sorry, he doesn't look good.
No, he doesn't.
And why wouldn't Delulu say to him, like, come on, man? Like, oh, she likes all the press.
Oh, she doesn't care. Jesus. I'm either going to have a quick mooch and see if there's any breaking news. So carry on.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm going to wrap it up soon because it's been like 2.5 hours. People are like,
yeah,
talking.
Are you going on Victoria later on?
I hope so. I think so. Because that's soon. That's in an hour, right?
Yeah, an hour.
I get confused with time changes. So, yeah, let's wrap it up. And thank you for coming on.
You can have a break. You're welcome.
And hopefully, if same time, I'm going to try to, morning seems to work for everybody. So I'm going to keep.
Yeah, that's fine. Because Victoria said she's going to stick to a late one, like 9 o'clock for her. So
yeah, right.
And you can do something more time and do an early.
I guess it would be 5 your time or 6 your time. I'm trying to stay in and around like 9 a.m. my time. So
yeah,
except for on weekends, but Monday through Friday, I'm going to try to stay consistent. So then everyone gets used to a schedule, right?
It depends on what time I get into work. It depends what time I get in from work. But yeah, I'll be able to join you for a bit some days.
Yeah, and even everyone here in the side chat, they get used to it, like to a schedule and a time, right? Like it's easier.
Yeah.
So, and then Saturday is always like a gong show, so it's more fun. I loved Gong Show Saturday. It's fun. So, all right, I will let everyone go. Thank you, everyone, for coming to Hoodville. Thank you, Demon Dictator, for all your commentary on the UK court system. Thank you.
You're welcome. I hope I made any sense.
Yeah, no, we're good, and we will see you guys tomorrow.
Okay, we'll see you later, everyone. Bye.